Is this today's?
It is.
I just want to look at it.
No, that's actually We'll see how this goes. You want to get on? Yeah.
I know, it's all.
Oh, excellent. We are live here at Buzz Media. Cole, can you hear me?
I can't hear you yet.
All right, good. We are just getting tipped off Marancook versus Leavitt. And we have a Leavitt star from the past who's served in many of these battles, right?
A lot of battles. A lot of battles on this court.
Was Cash? Oh, here we have a quick basket by Colburn, up 2-0. Good roster for you. It's up 2-0. And that's Keegan McClure, the point guard there for Marancook.
Yeah, I played against his older brother.
He was really good, right?
Yeah, Cash was a really good player. We didn't play against him in high school at all. He was a couple years younger than me, one grade younger than me. We didn't play him my senior year, but yeah, he was really good. We played together growing up in travel ball and stuff.
He had a game here. I don't know if it was your junior year. I mean, your senior year or his senior year, where him and Wyatt both blew up, had really big games, and it came right down. We won right at the end.
You know, the only game I remember playing against Marancook here was my junior year, and that was the game Oren Shaw got a ball thrown directly off of his face. And that's like, I don't know if it's because that stands out more than anything else, but that's the only game I remember. There was 6 technicals that game.
Oh, that was not the game that I remember that game too, actually.
Yeah,
that's not the same one I was thinking of.
Sawyer had a good take there on that illegal screen. I like to see it more of that from him. Less taking charges on the fast break and more taking charges on screens like that. He's good at taking, we just got to utilize it right.
There we go. Oh! Yeah, I thought that was going to go in by Turcotte.
That's a good look though. He was ready to shoot. They look a little bit more aggressive than they did on Saturday, which is good.
There's way more energy in the building.
Oh, for sure.
That Saturday matinee, it's a tough, nobody's really up for it. It was like a 12:30 start Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Although we were wide awake when your brother threw down that slam.
He did throw that one down. He was pumped. He didn't show it. He was excited, though.
He what?
He was excited. He didn't show it, but he was excited.
The press gave us a lot of problems on Saturday.
It did.
Oh, that was a nice block there by number 50.
We tried to dribble through it the whole game. I was expecting them to switch something up on the press break, but we didn't.
And now is a basket by number 4, Braden St. Pierre. Ties it up at 2.
See, that was a good press break right there. Using Brett in the middle of the court like that. When he's in the middle, he's got to flash up hard. He's got a lot of looks on the back cuts to Nick and Sawyer Boubier.
Yeah.
If he flashes up like that the rest of the game, there's going to be a lot of open looks.
Now, when you played, what kind of defense, what do you see difference, offense, defense systems compared to when you guys played?
They have a couple of new offensive plays that I don't recognize, or maybe he just changed the names. But that's really the only thing that I've seen change. Our senior year, we switched up a lot of stuff as well. We changed a few defensive schemes, and we ran a few new plays on offense. And I still see them running those same plays, but really not much has changed. Marancook has always been a good shooting team. It looks like we came out man to start, which would make sense against a good shooting team. So similar systems and similar teams. It seems like both teams are running their older stuff.
Oh, we have an audio problem I'm going to have to try to fix.
Perfect.
It sounded okay to me. I don't know if that got fixed. You have to let us know, Lisa. Oh, there's a steal by your brother. Gets out and runs.
That's a good little pass off. Tough no call there. That's okay though. You got to keep being aggressive.
Now, you have watched, I'm sure the majority of the games this season?
I've been to all but a couple of home games, I think. I haven't been to any of the away ones. It's tough with my work schedule, but I've made it to as many as I can.
Oh. Well, Sawyer sacrifices the body. Very willing to dive and get down on the ground.
He is. He is a very good defensive player because of how aggressive he plays. It's nice to see somebody get passionate about it.
I was just going to say to you, from the games you've watched games we've played well and you've watched games we've struggled. What do you think the key is for the Hornets when they're playing well?
For them to play well, they have to be very aggressive on offense. They all have to be willing to score the ball, not just Brett and Sawyer. A lot of our offense revolves around them. If we have all 5 guys firing on all cylinders and everybody's willing to shoot, everybody's willing to get fouled and take it to the hoop, that's when we play our best basketball. and spacing as well. When we're on offense and we run pass and cut a lot, you'll hear half yell single. That's a pass and cut offense, and when we're spaced poorly on that, nothing happens. We have too many guys on one side of the court, or we're trying to dribble handoff too much, and when that happens, it just stalls the offense. If we space right and we get good back cuts and good clean passes, it allows the offense to run a lot smoother.
Well, going back to that first thing you said too. Oh, here we go, a nice drive inside to Coburn.
So right into the paint. That's what I'm talking about right there. When Nick's willing to take it and give a good dish to Brett and not just hold it on the perimeter, we score so many more points.
Well, and what I was going to say before that basket even is when the other players are playing aggressive, Sawyer and Coburn are going to get much better looks.
Oh, absolutely.
The defense kind of collapses on them when it becomes clear that they're the only. Oh, that was a great look and a great finish.
That's the spacing right there. That's what we didn't have on Saturday against the press break. When we ran into traps on Saturday, we turned it over the majority of the time.
Yeah, that trap absolutely killed us.
That exact look was open at least 10 times on Saturday. We're late on the help side there.
So I imagine they've probably been working on that the last couple days.
I would assume so, yeah.
Sawyer from deep.
Good hit.
But again, there was good spacing too. Even on that deep shot, he had a lot of time to kind of walk into that.
Mm-hmm. Good D.
They called the foul on Coburn underneath. On Nick Wilson. Wilson's a big guy.
He is. I would like to see Marancook use him more in the post. Seems like a lot of their offense is drive and dish, and they're looking for a lot of threes. They're trying to get some floaters too, but they got a big man in the middle. You got to use him.
Get Grip Chuver in the chat. And Chip, you've been replaced on camera by Gavin. And you've been replaced on commentary. Oh, that was a nice finish.
All right, that was some good offense.
Jacob McLaughlin gets the end, but that was ball movement as well.
Mm-hmm.
Chip, you've been replaced by Cole on the commentary, so it took two people to replace you, though, Chip. That should make you feel good. Oh. Coburn, I also like when he gets aggressive. I feel like sometimes if he misses an easy shot, he gets in his own head a little bit.
Oh, for sure. But
once he starts making them.
Yeah, and that happens with a lot of basketball players. I was bad about it too. If I was having an off game, I was having an off game.
Right.
And right now is the perfect time for Brett to get really aggressive. They took their big man out. Actually, oh, nope, he's not checking back in. I thought he was checking back in there for a second. But yeah, they took their big man out, and he has a mismatch in the paint, so we got to look for him more.
There's McClure bringing it up. And there again, Sawyer
right there was
dive into the ground.
Great point.
And 12-6 Hornet lead. This is coming off a bad game Saturday. This is exactly the first quarter you want.
Yeah, it's good to see them come out firing, playing hard. Like we said earlier, they're coming out a lot faster than they did on Saturday. Saturday, maybe it was a 12:30 start time, but they came out really slow.
Also, I think
Blue ball from down.
Oh, that looks good. Covered underneath the finish.
There's that size mismatch right there. Nobody even boxed him out. Good D from Declan on that.
McClure Not afraid to try to hustle under there against the big guys going for that board, but
no. Let's see if they find Brett inside again here, right there. That's when they should hit him. Right as soon as he crosses over to that block, he's got to have his hands up and be ready for that ball.
oh. So it goes deep, misses it. Marancook coming quick back the other way. And Braden St. Pierre was looking to save it, but they called the foul. That's the first on Turcotte. I also think it helps to get it up, like, Marancook's just down the road. Guys know each other. It's a little different than playing some team from an hour and a half away on the coast, you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. When we played Marancook, my cousins went to Manchester. Well, they live in Manchester. They went to Marancook, so I knew a lot of his friends, and they played basketball. So there was always a little bit more of a community feel when we played them.
Robbie Vivenzio with the rebound and put back underneath from Marancook. Holding for the last shot, it looks like.
They are in the zone, so it's going to be a little bit harder to get that last shot look that they want.
Nick?
Take Nick.
Oh! And Marancook's going to try to launch one.
And there's the vent.
Those big heating vents have sunk many a road player.
I've hit him a few times.
Yeah, both teams. But I feel like in the home team, at least you learn from being in this gym that you cannot put arc on the full court shot.
It's honestly, they're better off not to shoot it. But whatever. That's the thing.
All right, so 14-8, great quarter.
Yeah, not a high-scoring quarter, but they came out a lot faster than Saturday, like I said before. It looks like they have a lot better communication on the offensive side of the ball, too. Marancook switching to a zone. They came out with man to start. They're not going to man up Brett probably unless that Nick Wilson is in, so we'll see how they respond to that the rest of the second quarter.
Now, Chip, I don't know what you're talking about with my Mr. Buzz Media ego here. I was actually somewhat begging people to come do commentary with me right before the game started.
He was. He came up to me at first. I said no. But I changed my mind. I'm a nice guy.
Well, I think once you saw me by myself and the train wreck,
I did feel a little bit bad for you.
And you got into the flow.
I did, yeah. Yeah, we're doing it now. It's a little bit too late to turn back. Coming out in zone. To start here. I like that. Marancook does not have a lot of size. I think this is one of the few games we actually have a size advantage.
Yeah. That's when I said there was a sound problem earlier, but that, I don't know if that might have just been good. See, it says it's reconnected. I believe we are back. I don't know what happened.
It is what it is.
But you didn't miss anything. You missed the timeout. Oh, great look. And finish.
Those are those back cuts that I was talking about when we pass through the zone like that. Those back cuts are there all day.
At some point, if you're Marancook, you almost want to back off that press if you keep giving up those baskets, too.
I would assume that would happen. Maybe a second half adjustment. That can't happen.
Floor in and out, but rebounded by Marancook. McClure's going to come out and restart the whole thing.
We're in a pass and cut offense, a back screen on the baseline. Right for three.
There it is.
That's White.
Nice work by your brother. At this point, I feel like the press is doing us a favor because we've scored most of our points in transition.
We have.
We've actually been at half court. We haven't scored that well.
Our baseline runner is still open. We have Declan in the corner.
I gotta ask you a question. Is part of the... Oh, nice shot. Luke McLaughlin makes it 23-16. Is part of the difference in the press the lack of height, though, too? When a team that's really tall presses, it seems like they just cover more of the floor.
Yeah, absolutely. I noticed it a lot playing AAU ball year-round and college ball. Obviously, in college, the guys they're a lot bigger. The average height on the team's a lot bigger. And when teams come out and trap you, it's a lot different. The height difference is absolutely real because you can't, like you said, your wingspan covers so much more ground. The board spacing, everything is different. You're able to do so much more with a press than you are in high school. Marancook isn't a big team, so we're able to pass through it very easily. There's another baseline look. We're going to finish that, but that's that same look.
Meanwhile, Turcotte, a minute ago, he had a really nice steal if you heard that loud applause, but Elijah Freeman with the bucket. And now Marancook's got it back down to 5. The ref is speaking to the Marancook player after the foul there. Only 5 fouls on each team. That is the second on Braden St. Pierre, but foul. Hit start stream. Looks like it's going, but it's not caught up here now. It's all caught up now. Yeah, it's bang. All right, I don't really know what was wrong, but we do seem to be back. I restarted the computer and turned it back on. And I'm going to try to fix I just noticed I got some text telling me that my voice was a little scratchy. See if that's better. Well, what did we miss? So it went out with 2 minutes left. I don't know what the score was with 2 minutes left.
I don't remember what the score was either, but there was a few turnovers, a couple of small lay-ins, and Marancook started piecing something together on defense, putting pressure on Sawyer at the top of the court, which resulted in us not being able to pass the ball as well. That's pretty much the gist of it.
Yeah, and I think it was probably about a 5-point lead at the 2 minute mark. So not a huge change. The question's going to be, what do you see for halftime adjustments? Let's look at this backwards. If you're Marancook, what would you be adjusting?
I would continue pressure in the half court. Not picking up full court per se, but as soon as the point guard crosses half court, put pressure on him immediately, because that seems to be where we struggle a lot.
And that full court is how we were kind of breaking it and getting some easy baskets.
Yeah. Obviously, we worked on that a lot since Saturday, and that's why our looks look so good. And once Marancook adjusted a little bit and backed off, that's when our offense slowed down.
What about from Marancook's offense?
Marancook offensively needs to find looks in the paint. They're doing a good job of driving to the paint, but they're not finding any open looks per se. Most of their points are coming off of defensive breakdown threes and ball fake and then either a one dribble shot or a floater in the paint. They haven't gotten a ton of looks off of offensive rebounds either. That's partially due to their size, I assume. And Nick and Brett are doing a really good job on the defensive boards. But if they can get some offensive rebounds and get some points like that, keep sending themselves to the line, getting fouled, I think that would be their best bet.
All right, so now let's turn to the Hornets. You've been in the locker room with Coach Hathaway and heard. What would you think Coach Hathaway's telling these guys right now?
Probably to control the ball. When we actually control the ball on offense and we bring it up, and even if we don't set up in something per se, but say we're coming down the court on a fast break, if we can just control the ball and find the right looks, not force anything. Trying to force the dribble, trying to force bad passes, that's what's resulting in these turnovers that have since slowed our offense down. As soon as Marancook backed up and picked us up in the half court, our offensive scheme basically just went to crap. We stopped passing, we stopped finding the baseline looks, and we were trying to dribble through it more like we saw on Saturday, where it just doesn't happen. You can't dribble through people.
And what about last thing up here we got? What about defensively for the Hornets?
Defensively, like I said, we're having a lot of defensive breakdowns, which has resulted in open threes and even open looks under the hoop. When we're not communicating efficiently, it's very obvious, because they get those open looks from McClure on the perimeter, and they get those easy points in the paint that we're literally just not looking for. They're sneaking in on a back cut because we're not passing off on the help defense correctly, and it's little things like that. I think they're scoring more off of our mistakes than they are off of their own offense, if that makes sense.
Now, looking at the heel points here, I'm just pulling these up. We were 3-9, which is obviously not a good record. The thing that's keeping us in it, however, is I'm waiting for it to load. It's our win versus Yarmouth. So Yarmouth's a good team, 6-4. That's getting us some extra points. I'm not positive, and I wonder if someone in the chat can say there's 15 teams. I'm guessing it's 2/3, so I think maybe 10 make it.
I'm not 100%
I'm not
on how
100%.
they do it anymore.
Maybe someone can help us with that. If so, though, it's very close. When you look at the tournament index, a game like this could be enough to vault us to that spot. We're going to need to win some games down the stretch as well.
Yeah, Marancook is in 6. They're 7-5. So this is a big game for us. If we can win this one, I know last game it was a close one. We almost pulled it out. If we could win this one today, it'd help our record a little bit, but it would be more important heel point-wise for sure.
After this, we've got Madomic away, Mount Blue at home, MCI Belfast back-to-back away.
Back-to-back?
2 days in a row. Those are some quick trips up to.
And then Oceanside. Oceanside's home, though. Okay. Yeah, that's not a fun travel week.
Yeah, that MCI Belfast, that is a hardcore back-to-back on a school night.
On a school night. Boys won't be doing their homework, no doubt.
Hopefully we don't have problems with the stream in the second half. Speaking of what we need to get, can say what the players need to do. We can also talk about what we need to do. And it's resetting the computer and hoping that worked. I don't really have anything else in my bag of tricks.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy one. Good trick to have.
I got some text messages from Mr. Rhines to tell me adjustments I should make, but with the poor reception in here, I think they came about 25 minutes after he sent it.
Probably.
That's why you got to use the chat, people. Well, we still have another minute and a half to go here. Let's talk a little bit of NFL. So, Chip, I don't know if you're still watching, but my NFL picks last Saturday went 4 for 4. Chip was 2 for 4. Not so good. Who do you think? KC Bengals, what do you think?
Bengals, 100%. Bengals all day.
Is it Mahomes' injury part of that, or you just would be Bengals anyway?
I'd be Bengals all the way. My preseason picks for the Super Bowl after last year's Super Bowl were Bengals beating the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Oh, so that dream is alive. And you're sticking with that, obviously.
Yeah, and
it's
you know what?
Unfortunately for you that it's going to be Bengals-Eagles. So
Eagles, really, I just don't think they can do it. They've played really good. Their schedule is pretty mid. I will say that. I'm not going to completely discredit them because Jalen Hurts is the man, and he's playing like the MVP. And when he's in the game, it's obvious that he's on the field. He's a lot better than Gardner Minshew.
He's been hurt a lot too. So that's the only thing that was a little unclear, but he did not look like he missed time.
No, he didn't. He looked really good, but I still, I'm sticking with the Niners, partially because I picked him last February.
Right.
But
what did you think about Mahomes out there limping around? Like, is that legit?
I mean,
he's definitely hurt, but
you're a football player. Go play football.
It's dramatic. All right, well, now we're ready to play some basketball.
We are. Marancook is still in that 2-3 zone. Or maybe they're not. They're in a 1-2-2. Sorry.
They definitely have mixed up. We didn't see this in the first half, I don't believe.
That's a good take from Nick right there. That's what we need. We need aggressive takes like that this half. Let's see if we can put some more pressure on McClure.
These third quarters are so big because... Nice finish, almost.
There's another defensive breakdown right there. I think if we can put pressure on McClure at the half court rather than sagging off to the three-point line, it takes away those easy passes. And he's a quick kid. I mean, he's quicker than Sawyer. I hate to say it. He's going to beat him off the dribble. He's just going to.
Yeah.
So if we can eliminate that process to start with and pick him up earlier, it'll help us out. Good bounce, baby. Good bounce.
All kinds of bounces before that one fell.
It fell, though. That's all that matters.
This is big because I feel like everybody notices what happens in the fourth quarter, but it's the third quarter that just sets up everything.
Yeah, how you come out to start the half it sets the tone for the whole half. He's not going to hit that.
And there's so many of those games where a team has a great comeback. They come up a basket short, and they think it's because they missed at the end, but really it's all the points they gave away early in the third quarter.
A lot of it starting slow in the second half.
That one rolls out of bounds. Clark's going to inbound.
Good help side there from Sawyer Bluebeer. Oh! That kid just plays hard.
And ball just inbounded. No tie-up, no timeout.
It almost looked like a travel. Almost. But I'm okay with the no call.
Tie-up or travel or timeout.
There's a quick hit. Ooh, never mind.
Oh, Marancook kind of has numbers, but Turcotte went flying back.
Yeah, he hustled good. I'm okay with that foul. It didn't look like a lot of contact with it. It was a good foul to stop the break. We were
right. That's a smart UC foul. Although that was his third.
It was his third.
Turcotte doesn't care about diving on the floor either.
We got lucky there. Can't let your man behind you.
Morin was smart. Took his time.
Turcotte, good hit from Turcotte.
And Marancook wants to talk it over.
Good, we're playing good right now. Ready to catch and shoot.
That was like one of those Al Horford threes where he's just camped out. That's kind of Al Horford's spot.
Yeah, it is. A little wing three with the feet already set. Catches at the chest and shoots. Quick release.
The thing on that Al Horford is he's always in the same spot. At some point, I don't understand how he can always be open.
Veteran move, man.
He's had a little bit of a renaissance here.
Yeah, he's been in the league long enough to figure out the weak points, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yes, you kind of get that. It's like the old guy at the Y that you think you're going to beat, but he knows every little thing.
Yeah, I played a couple men's league games. Yeah, absolutely.
Great start to the half. We'll see if Coach Magnuson comes up with something different.
See right there, you see how we sagged off and he was able to get to the paint? Even though he didn't make the shot, that's a very easy take for him.
Oh. You know what I liked right there is Turcotte wanted the foul and there was a half-second hesitation, but then he just kept playing. Sometimes people give that away because they're too concerned about the refs.
Good find in the paint. There's another mismatch right there. Good look.
And we are at a 14-point lead.
McClure is very good about getting to the paint and finding his teammates in the wing as well. Saw that a lot in the first half.
Sawyer Hathaway tried to find Boobier, but it deflected off a Marancook player.
Yeah, let's see if we can find a quick look in the paint here. I know what play they're going to run. I'm not going to say what play it is, but off his back on the inbound. Dish to Turk for three. Good crash from Turk. Good finish from Brett.
Marancook wants to talk it over again. It's almost back-to-back timeouts here.
Yeah, 16-0 run to start the half for the, or not 16, 11-0 run to start the half for the Hornets. Playing much faster. Looks like they got a little bit more juice in this step like they did to start the game. Second quarter they lulled a little bit, but they seem to have it back now.
Of course, there's always another obstacle, and now it's that you don't want to get too comfortable in your head. Really, the psychology game just keeps going.
Yeah, what we really can't do is start taking bad shots. Seems to be a tendency of our team when we do get a comfortable lead, whether it even be 6 points or 16 points, we start taking bad shots, deep threes, forcing looks inside.
If they can just play that the second half of this quarter the same way they did the first half.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they have the rhythm. You got to stick with it. Those 4 shots just break up the rhythm. Oh, that's a good hand.
Oh. Crowd wanted to give Turcotte that steal, but I think that was a good call by the ref.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
it definitely came across the body. It's coming across the body that gives you that foul. When you reach around somebody like that, that's what is it. Even if he gets all ball, the refs see you come across the body like that, and they're waiting to call it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good job from Declan to get back in that play. It looks like we were behind on the board, but he came crashing
nice
in.
hustle. I'd like to see Declan. Oh, I was going to say I'd like to see Declan get free for a few threes, but nice finish there by Elijah Freeman.
Yeah, Marancook came back with the pressure now. Ooh, see, if we had hit that look one step sooner.
Yep.
The backside block, man.
I think he didn't expect the pass. I think he thought Brett was going to take it up. Oh. And we're starting to see a few fouls here. There was a
Seems to be a little bit of
first part of the
a little bit different than the first half. Seems like there's starting to be a little bit of frustration from Marancook as well. Both teams are starting to get a little bit sloppier.
Oh, stolen away. McClure's going to push it. Gave it off to McLaughlin and missed. Hornets coming back. Oh.
I like that take from Brett there, though. It's good open take to the lane. McClure for three.
Looks good, gets it back to 11.
Can't dribble through the press.
Now they're going to call the tie-up. These refs let it go a ways before they make a call on them.
I like it.
Sometimes you see they're really quick to call the jump ball. These guys let it kind of settle.
Yeah, playing in the paint, I always liked a little bit of a looser called game. Put it that way, when they let you play a little bit.
And they've been consistent. That's the thing I always wanted.
They have, yeah.
And they're called the same way the whole game.
I know these two refs. I've known them for a long time. This is how they call the game. And there's only two of them tonight too, so it's one less pair of eyes on the court.
Meanwhile,
I believe that was on Nick.
that's 3 on Brett.
That was on Brett. Excuse me.
Yeah, McLaughlin's going to shoot a couple. Marancook's come out of that second timeout well. They've got it back down to 10.
We'll cut the lead down to 9 now. Find the corner.
Sawyer from deep. Wait, what's the call there?
I think it's going to be a delay of game warning since he hit the ball away.
Oh, kicking it after it went in?
Yeah, the ball went through, and instead of just tipping it to the player, he tipped it towards the sideline. Minor.
Oh, Wyatt Folsom answers right back. That was a big 3 from Marancook.
It was. Brett's got to keep that ball up.
Booger doesn't get the foul, but he earned this trip to the paint.
He did.
To the line, I mean. That answer 3 to me is always so big because all the momentum from the 3 just is sucked right back out of the rim.
Absolutely. Get the lead back to double digits now, 40-30. This is a big defensive possession for us. We can't let them answer again. Got to play some tight man-to-man.
Right with the board.
Ooh, backside block again. Oh! Sawyer's feeling it right now.
Sawyer's had a few of those deep ones tonight. It's at least 3. Nice basket underneath there, Vivenzio.
Well, good use of the ball fake. Got Nick off his feet.
Nice save by Sawyer.
Good find. Good block.
That was a great block.
Good block by Robbie Vivenzio.
And wide open
too open, maybe.
But no good. Nick gets the board.
I think they're going to stall it here, go for the
That
last
was one of those
shot.
threes where you're almost too wide open.
Absolutely,
you have too much time to
yeah.
think about it.
Too much pressure.
Sawyer almost got the three there to end it, but Marancook came back after that timeout, but the Hornets settled it in and 12-point lead going into the fourth. They got to be pretty happy.
It looked like Marancook was going to make a run there coming out of that second timeout, but we responded well.
They what did they get it down to 9, and they had a lot of energy, but the Hornets kind of came back.
Yeah, and as you saw right there, how important it is to get a hand on shooters. They hit those 2 threes, and we thought they were going to make a comeback there for a second.
Yeah.
The momentum shifts quick when that happens.
You definitely got to avoid turnovers, anything that... here's a tricky question for you is, at what point do you try to slow it down?
In a game like this where Marancook has responded as well as they have, but right now we're up by 12, and we've seen how quick Marancook can piece it together, whether it be through our defensive breakdowns and them just hitting tough shots. I think you don't let off the gas.
No, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, you do at some point, obviously.
Yeah,
really
in the final minutes of the game maybe, but right now I still think we need to bring the pressure. Yeah, even with 2 minutes, I say you don't let up. Not until you're 100% confident that the game is in your hands. I'll go a minute 30. A minute 30 if you need a number.
That was blocked by like all the Hornets.
Good hand from Brett on that three, but McClure hits anyways. He wants this team in the game, you can tell. He's gonna be a tough one to guard here this fourth quarter.
I don't know how many he's got today, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
Sawyer, nice drive and finish. Sawyer's also a good game. McClure and Hathaway scoring a lot of points has been happening here for a lot of years now.
Yeah, it's something we've seen before. Good finish from Sawyer Boobier on the back cut. There's that baseline look again like we've seen many times this game.
(48-35), 7 minutes to go.
Yeah, Marancook's going to want to talk that one over because they've had that happen at least 4 or 5 times tonight.
Yeah.
That same little backdoor cut in the zone. It's the same look.
How many timeouts do they get in a high school game?
I believe it's 3 30s and 3 60s per half.
Because I feel like Marancook has gone through at least half of that.
Yeah, they've seemed to have gone through a lot here. I believe that's what it is. I've been out of the game a while, man.
Wilson. Able now.
Good board from Nick. Couldn't finish on the first one, but got it on the second. He just wanted the extra offensive rebound.
He pads his stats a little bit with that extra rebound.
He did, yeah. Marancook looking in the post for the first time today, I think.
Yeah, another board by Nick. Brett can't get down with the fall. The car's going back the other way. Good hand by Sawyer Hathaway.
Yep, good hand on that one.
It's going to stay Marancook ball.
Now what we don't want is a quick 3 off the inbound here. Good hand from Sawyer Boobier. Don't save it. Don't save it. Oh, he saves it.
Great dive.
And those are always the ones that make me a little nervous. Usually you do not want to save it on the defensive side of the ball, but he found the open man, so if it works, it works.
I don't know if I've ever heard a crowd go that loud just for a diving save, but they're appreciating it.
I like his effort. He's an effort player. When he plays hard, the rest of the team plays hard around him. He may not be the highest scorer every game, but it's his energy that the rest of the team feeds off of. A good D from Nick on that one.
Well, it's funny too to say because I feel like the player we've had a hard time replacing from last year is Hunter. He didn't score much. He just did all of those.
Exactly. He was an effort player. He played with a lot of heart, a lot of intensity, always on the ground, always fighting for rebounds. And those are the guys you need on a team.
Yeah. And he could score, but he didn't need to score.
Exactly, yeah. He knew his role. Role players are really important.
That was a nice finish.
Jacob McLaughlin on that one. Open look from Turcotte. Comes up a little short.
St. Pierre fired it. Now we're going quick back the other way. Turcotte's going to try to save it. He does.
He does. And a foul with 4:20 left in the fourth.
I really appreciate this crowd cheering for hustle plays.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's the plays that you feel like don't get recognized a lot.
Yeah.
And then you look back at the grand scheme of the game, and those are the ones that matter the most. Moving the ball well right now.
Yeah. And this is that in between where you are burning clock,
Yep.
but you're still looking to score.
On looks like that. Those are the looks that you want in a game like this, the good open ones.
And that is 4 on Brett.
Yeah, he's got to play smart. There's still 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, we don't want him off the floor.
No, absolutely not. The size advantage has been important today. I hate to lose that with this little time left in the game.
Oh, and I believe that was Turcotte's fifth. It was.
Looked like a good play. Looked like he had his feet set, but... Is that his fifth? I need the stat sheet. I believe that was his fifth, yep.
Marancook's coming in.
All right, Marancook's bringing the pressure back now. Don't want to make any sloppy passes. And that's a sloppy pass right there. Small loft pass over the top. Good hand from Sawyer Booby on that one. We finish strong.
There you go. That was a big one by Wallingford.
And that was a frustrated take there from Braden St. Pierre.
Nick has had a lot of boards today.
He has, yeah, that's his game. Now I got the ball.
I just missed my chance to catch that.
You did, I got it though. Open three from Declan, and he hits it. That's an 18-point lead for the Hornets now with 2:25. That's the same little take we've seen on McClure a lot of times tonight.
I mean, at this point, we'll trade baskets as much as
Yeah, I mean, we got to be a little bit more careful.
That one's going to be the 6th foul. After that, we're in the bonus.
Yes, sir.
Third foul on McLaughlin.
Yeah, 2:05 now. Left in the game, up by 16. I'd say this is the point where you just got to start playing careful. No careless fouls, no turnovers.
That's a nice save by Nick.
Only score on the easy shots. Brett wants that one, he's got it. Quick three, off the mark.
And
Good hustle by Brett, but it looks like the ball touched the line first.
Brett no, but I don't think he...
No, I think the ball was already out of bounds. Looked good though, looked good. Now Wallingford checks back in for Declan.
They give him that?
They did, they called that shooting. Looked like he got him on the floor, but
And Brett is fouled out.
yeah, Brett played a good game tonight. Utilized the mismatch well.
Had it, but it goes out of bounds off of him.
Just don't want any fouls here. Don't give him any freebies at the line.
Play by Sawyer Booby.
It was, yeah. And now we're in the bonus, so let's see if Sawyer can go 2 for 2 here. And Nick Wilson checks back in for Marancook.
Ends up back in Sawyer's hand, even though the Hornets weren't really up there trying to rebound. Oh!
That's a good play. I like it. All right, this is a no-shot situation for the Hornets. Should be a no-foul situation for the Bears as well, but we'll see what they decide to do defensively. Still playing very aggressive, trapping the ball.
And now Marancook's easing up a little bit here.
As they should. They played a hard-fought game tonight. Hornets get the ball back, and we should be in just about victory formation now.
This is a big win.
It is a big win.
Hopefully they can take that on the road. We just had it up here. I'm not sure who they play next.
I believe it was MCI.
I'll get it up here in a second.
Was it MCI at MCI?
Oh, no,
Madomic Valley away.
We got Madomic, Mount Blue. They're going to need a couple more wins for sure, but this one does its part.
Yeah, 18-point win tonight after losing to them earlier in the season. That's a really good sign.
All right,
Maybe a little late season turnaround.
Thank you for hopping in there.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Happy to fill in.
And thank you for tuning in and watching. Good night.